sound great. All go, no wait. Champion, no debate. First place, go play. Humble.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Humble Greatness in the building. And I have two special guests with me right now. I want them to go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Oh, I'm introducing myself first. Well, I'm Meroff. A lot of people know me as Frenchy.
Frenchy, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, who else?
What do you do, Frenchy?
Nah, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
No, your turn.
You know, we
All
gotta
right.
keep the surprise.
All right, yeah. I'm Robert. I'm Robert Bundy.
The Robert Bundy.
The one.
The
and
Robert
only.
Bundy, the one and only. Man, so we got a lot of heavy lifting in the room right now. That's what I want to say. So, man, we're gonna jump right into this, man. Frenchy, man, let's talk about you, man. What do you do? For the people who don't know, what do you do?
For the people who don't know, I'm finally a IFBB pro bodybuilder. Just got my title last week, which
Come on
was
now.
one crazy experience. If you're looking to get into bodybuilding, most definitely you should. And it's a lot of work and fun.
That's what's up. And then what about you, Robert? What do you do?
I do freelance photography and videography. Really, any projects people hit me up with, I try to tackle it in the best way I can.
For sure. And tell them too, man. You train too.
Oh, I train. I do bodybuilding, not on this guy's level. Like I've never even done a show.
He's lying.
I don't compete yet. I don't compete yet, but I'm building and
That's awesome.
Bodybuilding's something I'm passionate about.
How much size have you put on?
I'm 215 right now, so
Dang,
and I was
goodness.
after my motorcycle accident, I was 180. Remember when I didn't eat for like 2
yes.
weeks and you were cooking for
Tell
me?
us about the
Yeah.
motorcycle accident. You brought it up.
All right,
Come
all
on. What happened?
So it was about a year ago. Today I wrecked my Harley just because I was being stupid downtown trying to show off,
Oh.
Hey.
and someone swerved in front of me. I slid down my bike and I wasn't wearing any protection or anything. I had a helmet on, but like I got super beat up in my arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Thought I broke my leg. And then this dude was living with me at the time, and so like I couldn't leave the couch. Like he was sleeping on the couch, and I had to steal it from him. Like, and he because like I couldn't move.
Sheesh.
I shout out to this guy right here. He's like taking care of me while
Yeah, for
I was
sure.
going through that.
It was
shit.
bad. When I saw him, I was like,
bad.
bro, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that bad. I was like, okay, motorcycle accident. You alive? Cool. Nah, bro.
No, there was part of skin that were gone.
Yeah,
most
like,
definitely.
You could see my ankle bone. Like I
That's
couldn't
bad.
I couldn't put weight on one of my legs for like a week and a half, and
yeah.
I was limping around.
How long were you at the gym for?
Like 2.5 weeks. I stayed out. I still try to go do abs and stuff, but like my hand was super
I remember that.
scabbed
Yeah,
up, so
I remember
like I
that.
couldn't grip weights or anything. I would have to do like I could maybe hit legs if I couldn't grip a bar or anything.
Man, taking a shower would be the worst right there.
Yeah, I didn't
Take
shower.
a
No, I didn't
shower.
shower for like 2 weeks
I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
because
And
it hurt so bad.
yeah.
All
too
kind
much.
of burns. Oh, man.
Yeah. And so no, it was just nasty. I was scabbed up and beat up, but I mean everything happens for a reason.
Bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bounce back.
No, I've definitely discussed growth, and it's been amazing so far. So,
For sure.
yeah. I mean, if you have questions, you should ask him because he came from a long, long way.
I didn't come
Big
from
respect.
I didn't come from the bottom or anything, but like just bouncing back from something like that, I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people can learn.
I think it's always tough when you take that kind of loss, man. Like you're building up to something and then something drastic happens. A lot of people quit after that.
Hey, it's
For real.
It's always a mission.
For
It's
real.
always like to see if you can reset yourself or not at this
Yeah.
point. It's like, it's just like any kind of obstacle. Like, it's either you're going to tackle it or you're just going to stay behind it.
You're right.
Yeah, if you don't,
Whichever you decide to do.
life's gonna kick you down. You just can't stay down. You know,
Yeah.
You're right.
that's when you lose.
You're right. All right, so let's move over to you, Frenchy. Man, what got you into this whole bodybuilding thing, man? 'Cause
Man.
you out here taking first place. What's up?
Let me tell you something. I used to play football. I got screwed over.
What position?
I was running back.
Really?
Yeah.
How big are you at this time?
I wasn't too big. I mean, toward the end of the year, I was 230. Like,
She's not too big. I was 230.
I started. I was like probably like 190.
Do you just put on weight real fast? Like, what's the deal?
I eat so much. Dude, it's insane. Like, I'm probably hated the most for eating because like the amount of food I eat is crazy.
How many meals do you eat a day?
6 to 7, sometimes 8 when.
If anybody wants to set up a GoFundMe for French's grocery
Please
bill,
set up a GoFundMe for me. I
for the
need it.
grocery bill, hey man, we'd accept it kindly.
I think that's also what got me into bodybuilding, because I mean, I love the discipline part and everything, and it got me a lot more discipline in what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, and I can say it kind of reset my mindset on everything, you know. Like, it's not a lifestyle. Like, first, if you think bodybuilding is a lifestyle, you're not a bodybuilder. I take it as a sport, like
Okay.
any others, you know.
For sure.
You have a certain type of discipline. You gotta follow everything to the T, and then like you gotta do everything to win, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta do what it takes. It's just like in football, just like in anything. You don't have the contact part, of course, but like,
But you can still go through the injury phase, man.
yes, big
That's-
time.
So have you ever been hurt?
I mean, football, yes.
Let me rephrase that. Have you ever been hurt as far as like when you're going through the process of bodybuilding?
I mean, it's always minor injuries, but never really hurt, because most of the things I do, I like work on the form on anything.
That makes sense.
Like everybody thinks I'm just strong like that. I'm not just strong like that. It's like form all the time, and like that's what got me this far, honestly.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to build up your squat? Because you're well known at the gym here for squatting just stupid amounts of weight.
What stupid amounts of weight? Tell me. I don't know.
Got like this dude has like 600 pounds on the bar and he's repping it out. In his bulk season right now. He's probably, what are you squatting now?
I don't even know. I haven't touched a bar in like a few months now.
Yeah, but how'd you explain how you got to that point of squatting that heavy? Because you weren't just always squatting that heavy. Like
No.
how long has that taken
No.
you to perfect? Not perfect, but
It took me a long time, honestly. It used to be my worst lift. I used to hate.
Oh, wow.
I used to hate squatting, so I made it my main lift. Now I love it, but
that mindset.
God, yeah, come on now. That's that mindset.
I deadass used to hate squatting, and then one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna squat 3 times in the week and just work on it. And I ended up like loving it, and like I used to watch videos on YouTube
Yeah,
all
for
the
sure,
time,
absolutely.
like how to perfect my squat, how to do this and that. I was asking questions, and then at a certain point, it just like weight just came by itself, but it was mostly like technique. It took me about like 3-4 years to like perfect my squat. Like it's a lot of like trials and errors that I made, because I mean I was a little stubborn, so I wasn't listening to everybody, and then I decided to start listening, and like everything changed.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on now. Okay.
yeah.
You squatting a lot of weight too, Robert.
No,
You are, bro. Quit
I
playing.
would put like 405.
Still, bro, that's a
four
lot.
wheels.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it takes to squat 225?
Yeah, it's not easy, but
It takes a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of like mental, like.
And then it has to count as a squat. So when we got to be parallel.
yeah,
Most people don't even do that with any weight. They just can't do it.
true. I mean, it's a big thing. Like we talk about, like even on anything, like squatting 225s, benching 225, deadlifting 225. It's a long journey. And like a lot of people think like it's easy because they see it on social media, they see their friends doing it, but it's only like 1% of the population that does that.
It's crazy
know?
you say that, because I was actually looking at the percentages probably like a month ago.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wonder how many, and the percentages are low.
It's
If you're
low.
like 225, that's good. Like that's solid. If you're in like the 315, you're better, of course. But like when you start getting into 400s on anything, that's like elite level.
Pretty much, yes. So
that top 1%.
Yeah, man. We're talking about some rare people right now. Real, man. All right, so what's next for you? Well, actually, tell them, because they don't know. First appearance at a show. When was it? What year was it? Because you how many shows have you done?
So I started with like the Natural Federation.
Okay.
I think it's been now 4 years. I've done 4 shows with the Natural
Sheesh.
Federation.
Okay.
One back to back, which was a great experience. I can put that on my head. I'm giving
Come on
myself the
now.
big head.
Yeah,
for this
come
one,
on now.
but Yeah.
So on those 3, you won first place, or have you won first place on all of them?
So far, yes. Yeah.
He doesn't even. He doesn't even know what second place is. He doesn't even know what that feels like.
I think I got second place as my first like pro bodybuilding show.
That's still crazy.
Natural pro bodybuilding show, and I mean it was still one hell of an experience.
There's people that lift all their lives and they never place. You know that, right? Not for real. I'm serious. They lift all their lives. They do everything they can, and it's just.
You know, I still get a lot of respect for these people because they still come back. You know,
you're right.
You gotta love the sport to like put yourself through like all this like dieting. You know, you're hurting your body on the inside.
Yeah, man.
Like,
come on.
You gotta, it's crazy. It's a whole lot to take in, and yeah, a lot of respect for these people that keep coming back every time. You know. Like, I met some people, they were like, yeah, it's my 7th time coming to the show. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That is
dude,
crazy.
This is my first.
This is my first show.
So how old are these people? Are they like 30s? Are we talking like late 30s?
Depends. I mean, like, some of them are like in their 30s. Some of them are like masters, like they're like 40 years old.
Wow.
And they're looking godly. They're looking amazing. Like you see them, you're like, I want to look like that when I'm 40. I want to look like them.
Keep putting in that work.
Yes.
So what makes you want to do your first show?
I just always appreciated the art of bodybuilding.
Man, that's awesome.
Ever since, I mean, my mom was a professional bodybuilder.
Didn't even know that. For real?
Yeah, in the I don't know what year in the 80s, but in the 80s she won Miss Kansas for I think it was either figure or wellness at the time.
That's amazing.
So she was pretty like cut up and she looked good. And I always saw pictures of her in the office growing up.
Yeah,
like from her show day and everything. And so it just sparked that kind of like I kind of want to be like that.
Wow.
And so
that's neat.
And so I've always followed bodybuilding throughout the years, and I never seriously like went into it. I was more of just a fan rather than a participant. But then over the years that I've been a fan, I'm like, I want to participate.
I want to do it.
Like I want to create my own path. And I'm like, I've been around the gym long enough because I just work out for fun most of the time. Where like I know how to train and I know how to train hard. So I was like, now it's time to just get my diet right and then have a plan. So I hired Frenchys Coach here. Shout out Danny Stoll. Shout out.
He's huge too.
No,
like
if you're looking for a good coach that has knowledge and everything, like a complete coach, literally a complete coach, you have to go to Dan because I mean, the amount of knowledge he's not just like it's not knowledgeable. He's smart. He's smart with what he does. Because that's a big difference. That's a big misconception. Is like you can be knowledgeable and you can be smart.
Yeah, correct.
And he has both.
Correct.
He has both in it, and honestly, like it's amazing
he's a weapon. He's like, a weapon for coaches. Like, like he's on his path to being like Matt Jansen and
wow.
And like he has his own path. Obviously, he doesn't want to be Matt Jansen, but I mean, he's on the path to being great like they are in the industry. And
so, like, when you show up for a show and people see him, are they like, oh, man?
They see
like, man, this dude's here, man.
What are we going up to?
For real, yeah. Wow. So let me ask you this. When you win first place, does the coach get an award too?
I mean, he not really.
For sure. Yeah. I didn't know if like there was like another medal or something. Like, hey, who's your coach? And
no, he's like the reward for the coach is like to for his athletes to win.
Absolutely, for sure.
Like I've coached once last year, which was an amazing experience. I had my first female bodybuilder. Okay. And shout out to her because we got first place as well.
Dang. Okay.
But was my biggest flex, honestly. Like it was a lot of fun, and experiencing as a coach was amazing. Like you almost felt better than winning as an athlete. Yeah, you know. So like shout out to Dan for that because I mean the feeling of winning throughout your athletes is a whole nother experience.
You're right about that.
Yes.
So are you lifting with Dan right now?
Yeah. I just got back with him about a month ago now.
Okay.
I've been working with him. We're just building. We're just going to take, I told him, I said, let's take as much time as we need to build and until I'm ready. Cause I don't want to step on stage until I feel like I'm at a size where I can win. And so yeah, we're on the same page and I love everything so far.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm excited to, like, I have so much respect for Dan and he's also a friend too, but
Yeah.
I'm pumped to see kind of what we can do and what we can create together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
You know, the most amazing thing is last year I literally told him, once you see me getting on stage, you will want to get on stage. And now look at us. We here. Yeah. And this guy puts the work in like.
Oh, he does.
No, he definitely puts
Who
the
were
work
you
in.
lifting with the other day that I saw you at the gym? It was with some I don't remember his name.
Oh, Alex, at Supplement World. Alex
was
Medrano.
big, yeah.
He was huge.
He's dedicated to the gym as well. He doesn't compete either, but he just
for real.
He just loves bodybuilding. He loves. Yeah, he just loves the art of it.
He's very knowledgeable as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big respect to him.
Yeah. That's a big man.
Super nice guy. It's hilarious.
Super nice guy.
Because, like, customers will walk into the store and they see this super buff dude, and they're just kind of like, but he's the nicest guy ever. Yeah. So like at first you're kind of intimidated by him. Like,
for sure.
When I first met him, I was intimidated by him for sure, and I know a lot of other people are. But then you say one thing to you, or like you talk to him once, and you're like, "That's the greatest guy I've ever met." Like,
that's awesome.
Just super down to earth dude.
That's dope. That's dope.
The funny thing is, the bigger you are, the nicer you are. It's crazy.
Yeah, like this dude's nice as hell too.
The bigger you get, the nicer you get. I don't know why. I think it's like the confidence, you know.
It's because you have that
like,
power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So yeah.
You know, you get that power like in your hands, like.
I think last time I'm gonna tell you this. I think last time I was that I was at Vasa, you were deadlifting an insane amount of weight. Like this guy was.
Me?
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
plates.
I'm not even gonna pick that up, bro.
700 pounds.
It was ridiculous. I was
yeah.
like, good Lord.
That was at the end of my bulk.
Yep. And because after that, I asked you when your next show was, and I think you were like maybe like a week out or something like that, or it's coming up.
Like it was coming up.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That was for the.
Is that Missouri?
For Missouri, yeah.
You were super strong that off season, bro.
Yeah.
So what's the next step?
Next step. So right now I'm taking I don't know if I'm taking the whole year off, depending on how fast.
Wow, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on how fast we grow and on how much like we can work on weaknesses. Like I'm looking to get. Of course, like you can win first place, but you always have weaknesses.
Like come on now.
The higher you go in the league, the more you realize that you need to grow some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, lucky thing is like when you hit that pro stage, you can go in a heavier weight category.
Correct.
Because like you, it's like 10 pounds over as soon as you pro, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, 10 pounds of muscle is a lot.
It is. That is a lot.
But yeah, I'm just gonna work on my weaknesses, see how fast we grow from it, and then like hit the pro stage. I'm so excited.
So have you gotten sponsored yet? Or do you have sponsors like reaching out or?
I had some sponsors reaching out. I tried. I'm actually like routing with Raw Nutrition right now.
Okay, for sure.
They accepted me in the family there.
That's dope.
It's a great company. Like there's some of my favorite bodybuilders there as well. And I mean I like their mindset and products. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So,
yeah, for sure.
I honestly really like it. Also, the Arsenal.
Yes.
The Arsenal, which is a
shout out to the Arsenal.
Shout out to the Arsenal because it's a great supplement company. I mean, knowledgeable, they're smart, and it's mostly about like quality over quantity.
I'll tell you.
And that's one thing I really, really like about it.
Caleb's a good dude too.
Caleb is amazing.
I had the pleasure of meeting him. I was doing a video for Restore, and he came out of his way to shake my hand and everything. And, and I mean, just talking to him, I was like, damn, I like this guy. So I want to go. Yeah. I shook his hand. It was funny because I was still working at Supplement all the time, but I wanted to be like, damn, I like this guy, but I'm gonna buy the rest of my supplements for personal. I was like, I can't. I'm gonna wait till I'm done here. I feel you. To burn bridges.
I mean, most definitely. Like when you talk to him, you know that he's about giving to the community, and he's like really about his stuff. You know, like you could have a conversation with somebody and they're not about what they're talking about, but he's like the actions that he has and like everything else follows with what he says.
I gotcha.
Which is amazing to me, and like how smart he is and how he wants to help out. Like most of the time, go out of his way to help out. I really liked that. So
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. So I'm waiting for. Let me ask you this. Do you know what it takes to have your own supplement line? Like, is that something that you would want to have?
Yes.
I think that'd be dope.
Yes. I'm hoping to get my own like clothing supplement line. Maybe in the future get my own gym. You know. I want to like. We just started a YouTube page as well. It's mostly like to inspire and like show that you can not fake everything. You know.
I like it. So tell me about the YouTube page.
Yeah, it's dope. It's,
tell me about it. Like if I click on it, first of all, what's the name of the page?
It's just his name.
It's gonna be Frenchy. You know, as simple as it is. I feel like it's very marketable and
absolutely.
It's something very simple to remember.
And then so like, am I seeing like your journey? Am I seeing your everyday life? What am I gonna be tapping into? Or maybe a little bit of both.
So it's a little bit of both. You know. We're trying to vlog our journey toward the IFBB Pro stage, of course.
That's dope.
Which is, I think, an amazing experience.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've learned from like different people I've saw online and stuff like that. So, and I just wanted to throw myself into it, you know.
Yep.
It's a little awkward at first in front of the camera. It's very awkward, but I mean, it gets very natural, very, very fast.
Yeah. You know? And once you start seeing people's reactions and their comments and, you know, hey, show us this, that,
more Q&As and stuff, like interaction with people.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just going to go.
I mean, if you're looking to get some quality content, you have to hit up Robert. This guy.
Yo, hit up Robert,
This guy is cold with the camera.
If you need a documentary, hit up Robert.
Yeah, if you need a whole documentary like on Netflix or some stuff like that, hit up Robert.
He's
low key with the camera, but he definitely knows what he's doing, man. Definitely knows what he's doing.
It's only been a year and a half now that I got my first A6000.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I was using the GoPro before that.
Yep.
Oh, the GoPro.
So I'm early. I'm early in my journey as a photographer and videographer. Like, I'm building my arsenal of equipment slowly. I'm like reinvesting everything I make from like shoots and stuff. I've reinvested in new camera equipment.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, the nicer stuff you have, the better the quality is going to be.
For sure.
So, I mean, and it makes it easier too.
But even just, you know, getting into the video world, man, it's
you just got to be creative. Like, that's what it comes down to. And you just have to, like, people say you have to have an eye for it, but it's like you can train your eye for it. Like,
sure. Absolutely.
You know, if you just have passion, it's like anything. If you're passionate about it and you just practice it, it's trial and error. Like, you just got to pick it up and go. Like,
right.
You just got to every day just practice it, think about it. Like,
but it's so much fun though.
It is.
It's fun,
but not for everyone. Like, you know.
And you're right, but I think it's fun because 10, 20 years from now, man, you're going to still have that.
Yeah.
You go back and be like, man, that was a good time. You know what I mean? Like,
it's fun when it's not a job. When you don't take it as a job. And like, I like what he says about like taking trials and errors because like one sentence that I really liked is it takes 10,000 hours to master your craft. 10,000 hours.
If not more.
If not.
It takes 10,000 more to like become even better, but like just to master it and stuff like that, it takes 10,000 hours.
You're right.
I'm just trying to, what I'm doing now, I want to thank myself in a decade for.
Absolutely.
You know? Like that's where my vision's at. I think like 10 years down the road, I'm like, I'm going to set myself up now for being as successful as I can be that 10 years. And then it's also going to be that same mindset when I'm 33.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
you speak it into existence. That's it.
So let me ask you this. When you're talking about training, how long do you stay in the gym for?
Depends. Like we can have short days, like we can have long days, but
what is considered a short day?
Like 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
45 minutes is pretty short, I'd say.
Okay. Then what's considered a long day?
Everything over 1.5 hours is a long day.
So you guys are like, wow.
You have a strategic rest time in between sets.
Correct.
And so, and I mean, you don't have to count it to a T, but you just want to keep that pace throughout the workout. Some people sit there and they time the whole, they'll watch it in every exactly 30 seconds of rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I see that.
Whatever.
I saw that today.
It's like, biggest thing is you just have to listen to your body and know your natural pace and hit it hard. And as hard as it's intensity within that time that counts. Like it does, some people always think like I'm gonna be in the gym for 3 hours, but they're not going to be training intensely because you can't be in hours training super intense for 3 hours. Like you can, but not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, that's rare.
But if you can get a great workout in 45 minutes if you're just
killing it
hard.
You're killing it.
Bodybuilding
hard, yeah.
Bodybuilding, you have to isolate certain body
Correct.
parts, and more so than just doing like a CrossFit or HIIT workout. But which actually big shout out to CrossFit athletes. I can't believe I'm saying this. That
Bro,
shit
I
is
see
hard.
that stuff, man.
I tried that. I did the Murph with one of my
Did
buddies.
you pass out?
Dude, no, I had to do half a Murph because one, I hadn't ran since I put on so much weight from bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And you have to wear a 20-pound weighted vest while you run 2 miles. And
I'm out.
I was like, I haven't ran since I put on 20 pounds of weight.
At all?
Yeah. So that's like 40 since the last time I ran. I was gassed. I was just dying. Pull-ups and push-ups weren't too bad. Air squats were tough, but yeah, no, dude. The bodybuilders and endurance athletes are two different beasts.
Yeah, I see these CrossFit games and I'm like, I'm out.
Honestly, like CrossFitters are really complete people. Like, it's crazy how much they can do with their bodies. I mean, of course, we make jokes about it, memes and stuff like that. But
It's crazy.
Like when you see them like put in work and all that stuff, like all they do is like to optimize like the performance.
Correct.
You know, like.
Right.
Everybody like trashes on how they do pull-ups and stuff like that is to optimize the performance, you know? Like it's not to build muscle, it's not to do things like that. It's
You can't trash it unless you do better.
right.
If you trash it, let me see you do that.
None of us can do it.
Let me see you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's just like when I think about bodybuilding, CrossFit, anything like that, the hardest thing is, I mean, it's pretty much like boxing, golf. You know, golf is a really hard sport because it's you versus you.
Yeah.
You can't blame nobody else but you.
Nobody's fault but your own. It's nobody's fault but your own.
I don't consider golf like a sport, but I consider it a mental game.
All day long.
It's a mental game
All
because
day.
that thing can mess you up.
It has to be hard.
It has to be
tough,
hard,
man.
I
yes.
hate golf. I can't stand golf. I don't have the patience for it right now.
Yeah, it's a mental game.
I mean, it is slow for me, but I mean, I like to go out there and hit something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like baseball going to the batting cage. Like I just want to hit something.
Right. That's crazy.
But nah, man, that's super awesome. Are you still working at the spot?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm just doing my photography, videography full time while I'm
School.
While I'm in school. Yeah, I'm back in school.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm back at WSU studying entrepreneurship and gonna get a dual major in marketing.
Oh shoot. That's right.
I mean, that way I can really, combine the two, entrepreneurship and marketing, with my photography and videography skills. Like I feel like I could do something lethal with that in the future.
Man, he gonna be traveling all over the world.
Your
man.
own business right there.
Yeah, that's
man.
what I'm saying. Like
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. I'll be honest. I don't know shit about how to run a business, and so I want to learn that.
Yeah,
and
for
I'd
sure.
rather learn that through school than trial and error of losing money. And so I'm not trying to blow
For sure.
10 grand on
Yeah.
to learn a mistake. I mean that'll happen in the future, but I mean like I want to learn it first.
Yeah, you'll have
Open
more.
books.
You'll have more knowledge, so you can just avoid the the roadblocks
they'll-
and
they'll
all
still-
the hardships and
There'll
all
still
those.
be the hardships, but like I could.
You'll have
I'll
more
let-
knowledge.
I'll have less hardships.
Absolutely.
Doing it that way.
You're right.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna take this time, go back to school full time, get my degree, and and then see what happens.
So you're gonna be sticking around here for a while.
I feel like
no.
if you know what you want out of school, go to school.
If you don't know what you want, don't go to
Yeah,
school.
don't go.
Don't go.
Yeah,
That's
don't go just
useless.
to go.
Like you can do so much more out of school, and like, but if you know what you want out of school and
Yeah.
stuff like that, if you have a set plan, just go to school.
But I feel like the issue that we have, and we're going to get on some education, right? At 17, 18 years old, I don't feel like really hardly anybody knows what they really want to do.
Just depends how much you grow. Like,
And you're right.
it depends because you can be like a 17-year-old man and you can be a 30-year-old boy. You know, so like.
Right.
So you can be 17-year-old and like have ambitions and already know like where you want to be in the future.
Yeah.
You know, like see yourself like being a doctor,
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I
judge,
just
or
wanted to play football.
something like that.
I was like, I just want to keep playing football. That's all.
It's different when you're an athlete because you're trying to make it to the league. You're
For
trying to do
sure,
all that
for
stuff.
sure.
So yeah, it makes it difficult to know what you really want after that. But yeah, I mean, like you can go to school and know what you want already. You know.
Yeah.
Like Robert, for example, wants to be like in the entrepreneurial stuff. So now he's going to school for
But
to be an entrepreneur.
It took me a while to go back to school.
Yeah, I mean,
I've dropped out of college twice just because. One was when I got done playing baseball at Emporia. Like, as we talked about the college sports, that's all you want.
Did you play 2 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I wanted was to be a professional baseball player.
I never knew that.
And then once my dream got crushed, like
Did you get hurt?
No, it was just I just realized I wasn't good enough. Like,
Yeah, no.
and so I was like, I was at a D2 playing. I was doing a walk. I was walking on like, and I wasn't in a state to put in the work to be good enough, is what I'll say. Because everyone can be good enough if they try hard enough. But I was like, I just didn't have the love for it that I thought I had.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just I don't even know what I was going to school for. I was going to school for baseball. And so once I realized that,
I understand. I went to school for football.
Yeah, I was like, a lot of athletes make that mistake. And, but I was like, I'm going to just move back home and get a job. And that's the best thing I could have ever done for myself was work a full-time job. Right when I got back, I was working at a car dealership, just washing cars.
Yeah. You got to do something.
Yeah. And I was making good money. And I was like, this is the real world. And washing cars gets kind of tiring after 2 years.
Absolutely, for sure.
But I was like, it woke me up to what the real world is like. And I feel like a lot of kids need that buffer year in between like, high school and college is because to take a year to work and like, not everyone, like if you're going to be a doctor, then you can't just throw someone into the medical field with no training. Right. And so like career paths like that. But for the kids that just don't know what they want to do, then give them a year, like a program to have to work and earn a living.
That's good.
That would be a smart thing, like a program to work. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, like get it in a program to like learn skills.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I probably wasted so much money taking college courses that I got decent grades in that I didn't either need.
You didn't really need or want.
Yeah.
Just not passionate about it.
Because college is expensive too.
Oh,
man. It is, man. It's not. Everything's expensive nowadays.
But college though, college is. You can buy yourself a whole house with college.
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
I'd be having a scat pack if.
I'd have a scat pack. With the scat pack.
But back to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
What's your thinking on woman bodybuilding? Because that's something that I respect a lot. Like.
I think when it comes to really any sport. Just period, because I don't want to just put it on that, right? When it comes to any sport, that you have to really do this by yourself. There's no teammate.
True.
I'm a part, so I did, football, but I played a little bit of basketball. Everything I've been involved in, teammate.
True.
So when you go on, especially, man, you're on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've done music, so I guess you can call music, I want to call it a sport, but there's a place where you're on stage by yourself performing, right?
Performer, yeah.
And so that's a different ball game too. As soon as you get the mic and all the lights shining, everybody's looking at you, it's awesome. If you forget your words, that's on you, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like what I really want to ask you is, how important, because I think this gets overlooked by just your average person, how important is practicing for posing?
Very important. Like,
because you guys have like routines.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you can deliver a routine, or
classic bodybuilding, you have to have a whole routine. Isn't it like a minute routine?
It's a minute routine where you express your mind and your body. Like it's crazy.
So let me ask you this: what are the rules to that? As far as music goes,
no song with like bad words.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can pick any music, any songs, anything you want, but as long as there's no bad words, you're good with it. But like it's such a different type of expression,
Yeah.
Like I used to dance like hip hop dancer. I wasn't a stripper, by the way. Like a lot of people. Whenever I say I used to dance,
dancer.
Yeah. Whenever I say I used to dance, like every time because of the way I look, they're like, "Oh, stripper." No, I'm not a stripper. No, but it's mostly like I used to do hip hop, and it came back to that. It was very natural for me, but
wow,
it's very, very important to like learn how to pose.
So how often do we practice posing?
Oof. Like, personally, I do it every day. Like,
really?
Yeah. Even sometimes, like out of nowhere, I'll probably like stay in my living room and just like practice posing because I have an idea in mind and I have to like try and put it out, like see like if it will work on the song and stuff like that.
Because it has to go together. This is a routine.
It's a performance.
That's so crazy, man.
You have to be in like in a synergy with like the crowd and the people. Like they have to feel your energy. Like that's one thing sometimes I dislike is like people get on stage, they do their routine, but there's no energy coming out of it. You know, like I like when you feel it. You know, you feel the passion in it. It's literally like kind of the drama, like the little extra.
Yeah,
right
you have to like deliver a message without saying anything.
Yes,
like it's just
basically you have to flow with the song. You like you literally speaking with the music with your body, basically.
That's
like,
dope.
And like when you actually have that moment with the crowd and they're like, wow, I can feel that. It's a whole different ball game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, we both look out right. What you got to say?
It's because it's gonna be your turn soon to get on stage. You know.
Not classic though. I'm gonna do men's physique.
Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah. Do you have a date?
No, I mean, maybe I'm looking at like this time next year.
Wow.
And so, but I'm giving it a lot of time just to get as big
for
as
sure,
I possibly
man.
can.
Well, you got a good trainer.
I'm looking for.
You got a good trainer, man. He's not gonna put you up there and have you looking.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So where are we lifting at now?
Genesis.
Still good old Venices. I'm gonna call it Venices because it's still the Vasa vibe with Genesis people. So I'm gonna call it Venices.
Where you at? Are you at the same spot?
No, I go to the south one, Harry and Oliver.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's right by my crib. So
yeah,
that makes sense. So do you have lifting buddies all the time, or do you guys go solo, or you with the trainer all the time? What's the deal?
No, I like solo most of the time.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's your therapy time. You know, like it's where it's my meditation time. Like,
jeez,
that's where I kind of can get my best thoughts out. And, you know, like I don't know. It's like a therapy session more than anything.
What about you?
I see it completely differently. I like working out on my own. I don't see it as a therapy because I see it as my next step to win, you know. Like I
understand that.
One day in the gym is the other day the other person is not, you know.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, it's no therapy for me. I do meditation at home, and that's my moment of therapy. But the gym for me is like the moment I perfect my craft.
Yeah.
To see where I can be in the future, you know. So I mean, just the gym is like that dark place for me. It's like that dark moment.
It's my light place.
It's
right,
it's not the I'm fighting my demons and stuff like that. When I say it's that dark place, is that moment where like or you realize if you really want that, like how bad you want
it's
it.
Your you view it as like a test.
It's a test. Yeah.
Every day you have to take a test. And,
yeah.
And you're viewing it as a test.
In all honesty, the easiest part is being on stage.
Yeah, because you've already put in all the work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you train hard, then that's what my brother always told me. He's like, man, if you train hard, the game's just fun. You know what I mean?
It's just fun. Like I'm happy as hell at the back of in the backstage. I'm just smiling all the time.
Everyone else is all serious.
Everybody's so serious and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, dude, you look amazing. You look great.
It's a lot of work, man.
They look so good backstage, and they're just so serious. Like I'm like, dude, you gotta enjoy.
Ease up, bro.
You done the hardest part already. Time to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to win and all that stuff. I want to win.
Of course.
But like it's time to enjoy. Like it's your celebration. You're about to be on stage. A lot of people are going to look at you and they're like, damn, I want to look like that guy.
For sure.
You know, you're about to inspire a lot of people to get to work. You know, to see how bad they want it now. You know,
that's good.
You know,
that's good.
That's how I see it.
No, yeah.
So, what do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Me in 10 years?
Yeah.
I'd like to own my own business. Whether I'd like it to be my photography and videography, like a media company.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I can just make like ads. I can make like promo videos, anniversary stuff, like for anybody looking to hire. You know, like anyone that wants that service.
Yeah, you got them.
Because that's my biggest thing right now is I'm just building my portfolio with whatever.
Correct.
Like, you know, I was like following you to weddings and just taking pictures of whatever. Like
the thing about when you get a camera, I'm gonna tell you this: if anybody who's invested in a camera, find somebody who will let you tag along. Yeah. You don't even got to ask no question. Just get out there and just shoot, man.
And I'll tell you, bro, that I got to thank you for that, because
no problem.
That helped me grow so much in photography and videography, is just like on-site learning. And the cool thing about it too is, like, if I got bad pictures, I wasn't gonna, they weren't paying me. I was there for free. So like, that's the other thing. Everyone trying to get into photography, you have to do stuff for free. Like when you get started, I did a whole year of just free stuff, just putting out content, and then that word gets around that you're good with a camera. Once you can prove yourself, like I was making GoPro videos for this dude. That's how I met this guy.
The GoPro.
I went up. That's how we met. I went up to
for real.
I
went up to
I went up to you. I went up to you.
We had beef at first.
Oh, not me. No, zero.
No. But like
I don't ever have beef with nobody. By the way,
your friend, like the people you were hanging around, didn't like me. And so, but then he came up to me one day and like he was like, "Oh, this guy's actually pretty nice."
Yeah.
And then I just got my GoPro and I was trying to vlog, but it was a disaster. And and I was like, "Hey man, can I like film one of your gym sessions, like just to kind of throw a dope video together?" And that video was legendary, by the way.
That video was great. Do you remember when I ate like that I missed my pre-workout powder and I ate like that?
Yeah, the
carbs.
Yeah.
That was the biggest fail in my gym life.
Dry scooping
I dry scooped carbs. This was nasty. Yeah.
No, to go back to your question, like where I see myself in 10 years, I'd say I just like to own my own media company, still be like healthy, still.
Yeah.
I mean, still doing what I'm doing now, like working as hard as I am now every day.
Do you see yourself still bodybuilding?
In 10 years, yeah. I'll be bodybuilding till the day I die, probably. Just not at an extreme level. Like I only want to compete for maybe the next 10 years of my life, ideally.
For sure.
But then I'll always stay healthy. Like I'll always be doing, whether it be yoga or bodybuilding, or I'm always going to be a bodybuilder at heart. And so
that's dope.
I got a long way to go on my bodybuilding journey, but
But you started. You started. What about you? Next 10 years?
Honestly, I want to be a coach. I want to be able to coach bodybuilders. I already started, but I really want to be like into the business of like coaching and knowing what I'm doing and stuff like that. Because I mean, I saw it from like professionals and stuff, and it feels like that's my calling as well.
That's dope, man.
So like probably same thing, own my own business, be my own business,
For sure.
And just enjoy, like share my passion with other customers and clients,
dope.
And friends, because I mean even customers are your friends,
Absolutely.
Like
you spend so much time with them, and I mean you're growing them, you know what I'm saying, and there's gonna be conversation as well. So I mean, they become friends, they become family, they get real close. I understand that.
It becomes psychology sometimes, like even I refer back to Dan, but like
shout out to Dan again.
Shout out to
for
Dan
like the
again,
100th time.
Dude. He's an amazing guy. So sometimes I refer back to him because like even sometimes he comes to me as a friend and he's like, it's like a psychology time, like try to like reset yourself and stuff.
Yeah.
It's out of bodybuilding and everything. Like if you have a coach like that, just go for it, because somebody you can talk to, somebody that knows you like from the inside and outside, like tells you like, hey, you have to eat this and that. You have to train like this, but also can tell you like, hey, how are you doing? How you feeling?
Absolutely.
Like where are you in life and stuff like that is a whole different.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal to me.
You don't see a lot of that with like online coaches. Like it's hard for them to be personal like that.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know them.
Oh yeah, I understand.
That's why.
Yeah.
But that's where Dan sets himself apart. Is he actually cares about each and every person that trains with him. A lot of people. They don't. They want the money, and then they'll help them transform. They'll give them a plan, a cookie cutter plan that they give everyone else, and then
that's it.
That's it.
They make
done
their
deal.
money, and it's up to the person who got the plan how much willpower they have.
But that's
why you really do. If you're serious about bodybuilding, you got to invest in a good coach.
You got to be picky.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah.
So this is what I'm gonna do. So down below, I'm gonna put their Instagrams. Y'all link in with these people, man. We're talking about bodybuilding. We're talking about, good health. We're talking about good mental health. And these are two guys. If you are in this realm or want to get into it, they're open books, man. They got answers.
For sure.
They got answers. They got good answers. They got good information. And they're going to look out for you. And if they don't, just let me know. I know where they stay.
Oh, man, he was about to whoop me.
But no, that's it. Another episode of Humble Talks, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Add us on Instagram and follow our journeys. Y'all take care.
Nice. Bye.